Hey friends, and thanks for joining me here at Well Read Wardrobe. I'm Christin, and today is Thriftmas Day 6. We actually are going thrifting. Watch through the end to see what I brought home to resell online. I'm really happy to be here, but I'm also missing my family, especially around the holidays. And the fact that it doesn't feel like the holidays, mostly due to weather and lack of decorations, for me personally, it's starting to hit me. Today we're going to take a walk through the University of Sydney and take a moment to just romanticize life. The days are going by fast. So for a little pick-me-up, gardens and architecture, and then make our way to the Australian Red Cross. This campus is extraordinary, and these flowers were taller than me, which made me feel a little bit like Alice in Wonderland or something. Very whimsical, and then all around me, old, amazing architecture. Having a walk first was definitely a good idea. And we've made it to the American Red Cross op shop. I really enjoyed this shop. The staff there was very friendly. We had a good conversation and they allowed me to film. So I'm putting some new labels on the screen. Pearl and Sea is the first one, and then Sabo Skirt. I looked these up later, but I just wanted to keep my eye out on new labels, especially ones that I saw more than once here in the shop. That tells me that it might be a name I need to keep my eye on and find out what price they sell for and see what I can get them for. This one, Dear Susie, tons of her all throughout the shop today. Also Shopo, which is a label that I've heard of before. Prices here were kind of all over the place. Some were on the higher end. There was a designer rack in the back, and then they also had a clearance section, which was 2 for $10. All About May, which is clever name, was another brand that I saw a lot of on the racks today. A lot of new with tags boutique brands. And this shirt was just fun. It was covered in like a rodeo print, both sides. This as well was just a little bit of Christmas to me. Red definitely caught my eye. And this brand, also new to me, is called White Cloth. And there's more Dear Susie. Really vibrant, fun prints over here on the side. Cheerful was the mood. This really pretty floral sundress is by the brand Anko, which, if you didn't know, is a house brand at Kmart, which is pretty popular here in Australia. We did have a few flagship stores open in the United States in 2020. They were giving them a test to see how they performed, and of course that time in history was not a good one to see if a store was going to do well or not. So they have since closed. I don't know if they're going to do another trial or if we just lost out. Anyhow, if you see the brand Anko, it is Kmart. Now this is a Zara piece, and I thought it was just absolutely gorgeous. It's new with tags. It's called the Beverly Dress, and I looked it up here in the shop and found many photos of people wearing it. It's a stunner for sure. Just behind it, I picked up the orange, another floral piece. I think this was the favorite section for me of the store. It just was happy. How can you not be happy seeing all these flowers? Camel print reminded me of my son, so that's a little nod to him joining the army. by Country Road, so a brand I learned about pretty recently. This was a fully linen piece, and that was what excited me about it. These cute little shorts, again, floral print, new with tags, sabo skirt, so the same label that I just saw at the beginning of the store. And I was able to find these online and look up comps for this exact style as well. While it is a tinier shop, I would say, it was packed with stuff. They had clothes, records, CDs, and a whole fun area in the back full of designer pieces, as well as books and homeware. And this chair, if this had been for sale, I would have been taking that home with me for sure. The designer racks in any thrift or op shop always interest me because I'm curious to see who they think of as high-end designers. Sometimes it really is luxury pieces, and other times you just have new with tags mall brands. This green dress caught my eye. I loved the skirt at the bottom and that ruffle. Very, very stunning 20s style. This brand I know, Rebecca Taylor, and this dress was full silk. Beautiful, but maybe not worth it to resell. And just behind it was a heavily beaded gown. The designer's name had been crossed out, but I think it's Australian bridal designer Rachel Gibson. This was missing a price, so I did bring it up front so that they could get it tagged. It probably doesn't have resale value as much as I would love it to, but if you were shopping for yourself, this dress was quite extraordinary. Zadig and Voltaire is a bolo from a few years ago. This was a fully linen tank or singlet priced at $20, and it had some really cool gold metallic throughout. And that puts us in the back of the shop with the books, where I had quite a lot of fun. Let's head home now and see what I purchased for reselling online on eBay. The turkey keeps coming back, so I've given him a name. It's Hank. This is Hanksgiving, the Australian bush turkey who has decided to live in the backyard. Hi, Hank. And 3 books came home with me. First up, Magic Lessons by one of my favorite authors, Alice Hoffman. This is the beginning story that goes with the Practical Magic series. Another book, O by Stephen Carroll, about occupied France in the 40s. And then another copy. So one's for me to read, and the other will be up for sale in my shop to pay for the one that is for me. That's how that's gonna work. And then what came home with me is now up on the rack. I said yes to the Zara red, new with tags, puff sleeves, midi maxi length dress. It's called the Beverly dress. And the photos that I found while in the shop led me to believe that this was a blogger favorite. And this is from 2020, so only a few years old. Gorgeous. And the next piece you saw me pick up from the designer rack. The label is called Cabbages and Roses. It is a UK family-owned business, and it's stunning. Again, the drop waist, like 20 style. And I don't know, this, like how that ruffle is so far on the outside like that, it was a detail that I noticed in the Alexander McQueen video. If you haven't watched my 12 Designer Days of Christmas series, he is one of the designers, and that's what caught my eye on the rack. Holding on to that piece until it sells for the right amount, which is going to be around 200 Australian dollars. Now this Country Road dress was priced lower than the others. I love this drop asymmetrical hem detail. I don't know if you can quite see it here. It is eyelet and does not have a slip dress underneath, so will require a dress of your own or swimsuit, unless, you know, you're just feeling like being a little more free than some of us. And that's it for clothes. I saw so many great things, and these are the 3 that came home with me today. Well, that's it, guys. Another chapter closed. Thank you so much for being here with me for Vlogmas. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified when the next video goes live, and hit the thumbs up, please. It really just makes me smile, so thank you. I don't know how this happened, but maybe I feel a little bit better about Christmas because I have a gorgeous dress to wear.
I think it's just